Yes, 2012 local elections, you're standing again. Why are you standing again?
Because I'm very interested, and I'm still very fit and healthy, and I still can think that I can serve my people very well another 4 years.
For anybody who looks on the council website and sees your monthly diary, you're a very busy man.
I try to be busy, but I think the important thing about that diary is that I want to be accountable to the residents of Thurrock. Most people don't know what councillors do, and I want to tell them that have a look at my diary and judge for yourself that how busy the councillors could be.
And what are the, if somebody hasn't looked, what are the day-to-day, month-to-month issues that come up in your ward?
But there are many issues, mainly some personal issues with people in council houses. There are a lot of problems with the housing, transport, bus services. When the 200 was cut in my area, there's still the problems over there. There are also issues about the education. I've got 5 schools in my ward, and we have to go on saying increase their performance, and this is a big issue. And the other one is I've got 5 older people's complexes in my ward, and I attend their meetings regularly. They obviously have got very different problems, very huge problems, and all those problems. And we can also talk about some other problems like the footpaths, like the old T-tops. What's going to happen to that building? People ask a question, our whole area. Then we can talk about Manor Road scrapyard. Long time ago we were struggling, still the scrapyard is there. So there are so many other issues which, in the crime obviously, people are scared about town centre, and they always ask these questions that when are we going to get our safe, flourishing town centre? And we are doing our bit.
You mentioned a couple of things. At the town centre, I know the council are trying to improve the town centre, but to a lot of people think there needs to be police out there dealing with the minor crime, and unless you do that, you can forget about any improvements in the town centre.
I think you're very right. I've just recently written a letter to the Chief Superintendent of Police, and they were telling me about this, that they are increasing the police vigilance there, and obviously they're going to be cuts in police numbers. That is obviously very, very worrying about that.
You mentioned education. There's a concern in your ward, you mentioned 5 schools, that compared to the schools around the borough, that they're starting to fall away from the pack, as they say. Is that a concern for you?
I think I will say the other way around. I say that, Quarry Hill is going to get better, and I'm sure Grey School is going to make progress. Convent obviously is one of the best schools we have got in the borough. So I don't think that there is any sort of a disappointment or desperation. Teachers are working very hard, head teachers are working very hard.
And it's interesting you mentioned the convent. There's a lot of excellence and aspiration in the convent. Students who want to go to the best universities. Is that something you think that needs to be applauded, doesn't it?
It is applauded, and I'm sure that the head teachers and the teachers and the parents need all that sort of encouragement, that our children go to best universities, get best education, come back to Thurrock and get best jobs.
You're not afraid of challenges. Everybody knows that that's why you're a community champion. That's why the government and the Queen has recognised you. But are there sometimes situations which, I think there was a planning issue, it was in Cromwell Road. Do you think sometimes you try and was that satisfactorily concluded?
I think when you think it's the right cause and you go with that conviction, and obviously there's a disappointment, not only with me but a number of residents in Cromwell Road on that day when the decision was taken by the planning committee. But I accept it, because you have to. I think in politics there are always compromises, and if you're a survivor, you have to learn that what will be the best thing to do. And we are keeping an eye along with we still have got interest in that establishment. I go there very often. meet those residents and ask questions. And I think that is how I cope with challenges.
This is an important election for Thurrock, isn't it? It's no overall control position. There's not been a satisfactory position. Do you think this is going to be the year in which there can be clear blue water for Labour?
We wish that, Mike, but nobody can predict. I will only say to the people of the borough, they should judge us from our performance in the last 2 years and make up their mind that who is the best party to govern our council.
Strange question, but what do you learn when you go door to door, week in, week out, from your residents?
I think, Mike, 3 things I have learned from my residents. One of them is that they wanted an easy access to you as a councillor, and I always, after every 6 months, I send my communication address to everybody. Secondly, once they accessed you, they want a response very quickly. And my criteria is within 24 hours, go back to your resident and tell them what the situation is and discuss with them. And thirdly, they wanted as me, as a councillor, don't make any false promises. And I never make any false promises. What I tell them, I deliver. If I couldn't deliver, I'll tell them very clearly the reasons behind it. And these